So most people I have spoken to who have IPO'd their company, people who have scaled immensely, majority of them regret that decision to IPO because of the compliance, shareholder relationship, and the amount of time that takes up. What is your opinion on that?
Well, I don't subscribe to that idea because
Mm.
I believe that as you grow your company, uh, you need a capital value for a kind of a currency that you use to grow your company with. So if you create a valuation for your company, you can use that as a very, very powerful currency
Mhm.
to do many more things.
Mhm.
So I think, for instance, let me be very honest. I've created so far three companies, distinct companies. One is, of course, the original Biocon. Then Biocon created a subsidiary called Syngene, which is a research services company. Today, Syngene is the most successful research services company. Biocon owned almost 65% of that company. But when we needed money to pay for a very recent mega acquisition that we did in the US, I actually monetized 10% of that company
Right.
for over $300 million because today Syngene is worth about $4.5 billion. So I think you need those kind of monetizable channels
Mhm.
which you then use to grow other parts of your business
Right. Right.
or grow the same business, because that becomes a very powerful currency.
Right.
So today, for instance, I've created Biocon Biologics, which is worth about $6 billion in valuation. And if I have to do it, and I could only do that deal at that value to make that acquisition, which was part cash, part stock. And if I didn't have that currency, I don't think I could have afforded to do that acquisition. So I think go, the IPO basically gives you a huge currency valuation, which you can then use in many, many ways to trade, to leverage, to do what you want to grow the business in different ways.
2005 IPO happened.
2004.
2004 IPO happened. How did it change your life personally? Did you suddenly become recognizable in a manner you had not experienced before?
Absolutely.
Mm.
I suddenly was launched into fame as India's richest woman.
Which is self-made woman,
Yes,
which is
then
even
and
better and
then
bigger in my opinion.
absolutely, and India's self-made billionaire
Mm.
woman,
Mm.
etc., etc.
Mm.
So obviously, it suddenly shot me into that kind
Mm.
of limelight,
But
and it.
Kiran, can I say this? Like, we've been friends for quite a while now,
Mhm.
and I have never seen money define you in any way whatsoever. Like, even in our conversations, uh, for someone like you who doesn't have any dependents today, like you don't have kids, uh, what does money really mean?
For me, wealth has never been about money. Wealth has been about value creation. That's what I've always felt about myself. So I'm never really focused on my bank balance or how much I'm worth in billions of dollars. My worth is about the value I've created over time. And for me, the most exciting part of this wealth creation journey has been about the value of knowledge. So, from starting in 1978 to becoming a $1 billion company in 2004 was a long time, right? So, from that point of view, it was about 26 years in which I created that kind of wealth. And so, therefore, I feel that now taking it to the next level is what I'm really excited about. Saying, how do I create the next big value for this company? And the way I'm trying to do it is to get onto a very new path. And one of my strategies as an entrepreneur has always been about differentiation. I never want to be a Me Too company. I always want to lead the way. And therefore, I'm willing to take bigger risks than other people. You know, just before I came for this meeting, I was having a chat with some of the financial investors. And I was just trying to tell them that the kind of business I have created today is a very big risk in terms of the nature of the business. And fortunately, I've done this over a 10-year period. And therefore, I've been able to absorb a lot of the shocks of the business. Anyone who now wants to venture into this kind of a business will find it very difficult because it has a direct impact on their EBITDA. Today, I enjoy one of the highest EBITDAs in the pharmaceutical industry and in India. And if any Indian pharmaceutical company wants to now venture into biosimilars like I have done, it will, have a huge impact on their EBITDA and their earnings, which I don't think anyone wants to do at this point in time. So you see, what I want to really sort of focus on is about how entrepreneurs should think about their business. You need to be looking at the future and future proofing your business, even if it means that you start investing in risk, uh, in embedded risk. And once you understand that risk and how to mitigate that risk, I think you will be a very, very differentiated company. But to take the safe route of opting for low risk ventures will not make you stand out. And I think you know this as well.
Hi, I'm Nikhil Kamath. I'd love to know what you thought of the episode. Comment, like, and subscribe. And thank you for watching.